guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I have been making some of these little word tags. I've got different types here. These ones I've just embossed using embossing powder, and that one's copper. This one is supposedly pink. I'm not loving it, but you know, this is a good way to find out what my embossing powders look like. So it's pink, but it's also white. It's okay. I think it would look good in the right place. This one was in an embossing powder called Platinum. I should grab them. Here's my little stash. So this is called Moxie Opaque Blush Embossing Powder, and that's the one that I did this one with, and I've just embossed it on both sides. So that's this one. And then this copper coloured one was, I think that's a Ranger one. I don't have a lot of embossing powders, but yeah, it's a Ranger copper embossing powder, and I do like that one. That one looks pretty good. And then this one is Platinum, and that was a Wow one. You have to use the fine ones here. Wow embossing powder in metallic platinum, like that one. This one is rose gold. Don't love it. When I bought it, she said, oh, it's the best rose gold. Don't love it. This is Lawn Fawn's rose gold. Now, I guess it, you know, I guess it could be rose gold, but I'm not sure about that. And then these ones here and these ones here, I have been using my Tim Holtz Distress inks on those, and then covering them in the ultra thick embossing powder in clear. And I thought I would do some more of those today for my next project, and I thought, I don't know, maybe you might like to come along and have a play. So let me put these to the side. Okay, so I'm using this set of SVGs. You can grab these in my Etsy store, and they're just a set of word tags, and there's one blank one, and then all of these have different words on them. And I've written or used words that I thought would work both really well for mini albums and also for journals and junk journals. So I've got things like bliss, joyful, revelation, memento, gorgeous, thoughts, that sort of thing. So these are for electronic cutting machines. I use my Cricut. So I've cut some of those out already. So I've been cutting them out of my little scrappy bits. So I'm not sure if you're like me, but I have these massive piles of scraps. So these are the pieces left over from when I'm cutting things out on my Cricut, from making mini albums or file folders or anything. I use so much cardstock, and I always have this pile of cardstock hanging around. So they're tiny, so they're really great for using up these tiny little bits. So every now and then I just go along and cut a whole bunch of these little word tags out. I haven't even really thought too much about what they are. I just cut them out. So I'm slowly working through my piles and piles of little scrappy bits of cardstock. The other thing that I do is with the long strips, I make these paper beads, and as you can see, I've rolled a few paper beads lately. I'm really determined to use my scraps for good. So that's what I've been doing. So anyway, I've cut out a bunch of word tags already. Where am I going to put this? On the floor? I'm sure I'll trip over that. So I have some here in white, and I've just held them together with a bowl pin for now. It's a good way to store them. So I've got a few of these I thought I might work on if I can get them off. And I also cut some of the plain blank ones out, and I've cut them out of this craft cardstock that I had laying around. I also have some of the blank ones in black, because that can show up really well underneath here as well. And these ones here started life just like this, and then I did the smushing technique with the embossing, with the distress ink, and they end up looking like these ones here. So you can see all of these ones here that I've done. But today I want to do some in a sort of a purpley, some purples and some pinks. So I was really just playing around with my distress inks, and I can go back and layer them up and finish them off like this. But today I wanted to do some purpley pink ones. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got some of these here also that I've cut out of craft with the words on them, and you can still distress ink those. This is a craft one that I did, and I put a little bit of distress ink on there, and that one's backed in the black. So, you know, there's lots of options that you can do. But let's start with smushing some ink around. So I'll get out my silicone mat. So this is actually a dog feeding mat that I bought from Kmart, and these are brilliant. They're silicone, so they're not affected by the heat. They're really quite easy to clean up, and they've got a little ridge on them so everything doesn't slide off the edge. And they roll up really well as well. So if you're in Australia and you're looking for a silicone mat, I think this was about $7 or $10. The dogs also have one, and I put their feeding bowls and water on there. So I'm going to do some of these. I'm making a file folder, and I thought I might have a few in my little file folder, maybe not too many. Here's one on a file folder that I've already done. So this one I've just hung off my little dangles with my paper beads, and this one says Anthology. So I just want to do some with some purples today. So I like Bliss, and I don't know. What else have we got? Beautiful, and Chronicles, good. Wanderlust, maybe not for this one. Adventures, maybe. Jottings, I like Jottings, that's good. Miscellany, I like that one. So I have lots of different words. Epistle, laugh. Okay, I think we'll work with these ones. That'll be a good start. So let's put these to the side. And I'm just going to use a little spray bottle of water that I have around here somewhere. What have I done with it? I cleaned up last night before I started on another project. And you know when you clean up and then you can't find anything? It's right here. Right, so I've got a little bottle of water, and I have a few distress inks. So I've got this little box here. This little box was actually one of the prototypes of the boxes that I made for my book of boxes. This is the large one, and it just fits these in here really well. So I have a large dusty concord, and then I have a little gathered twigs. My Victorian velvet is not very light. It's really light, so it's not any good from this, I don't think. I should probably just get a new one. Pick raspberry, rusty hinge maybe. I don't know, these ones underneath are not distress inks, so I'm only looking for my distress inks. I think I'll just go with those for now. We'll see how we go. So I'll just pop these to the side, and I'm just going to do that thing that Tim Holtz does, that smushy thing. So I'm just going to pop a bit of ink here and there, and then spray it. He does much better at this than me, obviously. And then I'm just going to smush it. And I feel like it needs a bit more purple, so I'll smush it again. It's not very dark, so I might have to dry it off and then do another coat. I did want it to be a bit darker than that. Beautiful. That's it, a bit of brown down there. Smush it around a bit. And this one, Bliss. Okay. Oh, that's better. We need a bit of, maybe let's try some Rusty Hinge. Put a bit more of this purple down here. And I'm going to go with Miscellany. This is so much fun. I could do this all day. Oh, look at that Rusty Hinge. I like that. Let's use that. Okay. And maybe a little bit of pink as well. Let's put a bit of, ooh, look how juicy that is. Picked raspberry. Okay. This is going to be vibrant. Whoa. Maybe I'll stick a bit of purple on that. I'm just going for it. Oh, that looks really cool. Whoops. Okay, and then I have Adventures. Okay, I feel like I need a bit more purple because I do believe that there's quite a bit of purple in my next project. And the Chronicle looked a bit washed out, so let's put a bit more on that one. And I really like that Rusty Hinge, so let's get a bit more of that happening. I know Tim Holt sort of mixes them together, but you know, you do what you do. That's good. This Bliss looks a bit plain. Let's see what we can get in there. This is so much fun. Okay, I like those. Look at that jottings. That looks so lovely. Maybe I need a bit of pink on these ones. That's juicy. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, let's put get a bit of drizzle happening. Yeah, now they all need a bit of pink. There we go. This is just one way you can do these word tags. This is just the fun I've been having with them lately. And that Adventures needs some Rusty Hinge, I think. Yeah, that's it. And this way. There we go. Love them. Okay, so now I'm just going to get out my, I'm going to clean this up and then I'm going to dry them off with my heat gun. Okay, I'm back and I dried these little guys off with my heat gun, and I've gone ahead with these. Well, I did actually do them on camera, but then my video shut off and the dogs had a big old bark and everything went crazy. But I'm back. So then I've just cut out, I've got some of these ones that I've already cut out, which are just the plain backs, and I did the whole smushing thing on these using my gathered twigs, so that they look a little bit distressed on both sides. I did it more so on one side, and that's going to be my back, so I'm just going to glue them together like so. And I just made them a little bit darker with the gathered twigs on this side so that it stands out a little bit more like that. So then I'm just going to take my trusty fine tip glue bottle with some glue in it, and I'm just going to go around my letters and around my tag with my glue like so, and then I'm just going to stick him onto here like that. Doesn't that look pretty? Oh, I love it. I'll give that a little press, make sure it's really well attached. And I'll do the same with this one. Miscellany. Love it. So a bit of glue around here. Down the sides. These are like little dog tags. I should have done one in silver embossing, and it would have really looked like a dog tag. just going to line that up. Not very well as it appears. Okay, and give that a good press with my bone folder. Oops, it's wobbled. Press it on this side. There we go. Alright, so then these couple here, I've gone around the edges with my distress tool. This one. Let me put my glue lid back on. Okay, so then I just distressed around the edges a little bit, which obviously you don't have to do. Oh, adds to it though, doesn't it? I could do with a little bit more glue in there, and the same on the back. And there we go. Jottings. Good one for a journal, jottings. But, oh, thought I'd turn that off, you know. Let me just do that. Okay, done. It was just my mum telling me about her oat pancakes and cryptic crossword start to her morning. It's a bit bleak this morning outside, I think. So this is a good place to be, playing. Okay, so I have 6 little tags all ready to go. So now I'm just going to get out my Versamark and I'm going to use my ultra thick embossing enamel, this stuff here, and I'm going to coat them a couple of times on both sides. So it protects them, makes them quite nice and hard and shiny, which I like. And yeah, I think that's good. It brings up the colour, makes the colour a lot more intense. That's what I was going to say. I had a little moment there where I couldn't remember what I was going to say. So let's just stick this one in here. And that was a bit of a brain moment, wasn't it? A bit of brain fog. Sunday morning brain fog for me. So I'll just do one side at a time. Give that a good press. This is my really manky Versamark. I have a nice one for stamping too. And then I've got some tweezers. Now, wood tweezers would be much better for this, but I don't have those, so I'm going to pour some of this on here and pick it up. So I'm going to do this on the front and the back a couple of times each. So I won't do it while the camera's on so that you don't have to listen to the heat gun, but I'm just going to heat this up and I'm going to do it, I think, twice, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the back as well. So I'll be back when I've done that. Okay guys, I'm back, and so I used my ultra thick embossing enamel and I embossed on both sides, so it was a little bit tricky. I had to sort of do one side half and then the other side and then wait for it to dry and then turn it around and do the other side so that I didn't burn my little fingies, but I think they look really fabulous. And then I was thinking, which I haven't done, but here's an idea. When you've got to this stage, so I've smooshed some ink on there, it'd be really cool if I stamped on it with like a script stamp or something. I think that'd look really cool. So I haven't done it, but I think I might do it next time. So then the only thing I'm going to do now is just put some little eyelets in them, which you don't have to do either, but I do think they look quite nice finished off with the eyelets on them. So I'm going to do that, and this time I'm going to use some silver ones. So I've got my crocodile and I have got some little eyelets here. So let me see what I've got. I've got some big ones mixed in with some small ones here, which isn't a great idea. And maybe if I pour some out in my hand, I might be better off. So these ones have got backs, so they've got tall tops and then short backs. So there's a back. So I need 2, 4, 6. I need 2, 4, 5, 6, and then a short one. 3, 4, 5, one more short one, no. Try this handful, see if I get a short one. There we go, 6. All right. So I need to make the hole a little bit bigger for the eyelets. So I'm just going to slide this in here and make a hole a bit bigger. And then I can pop my eyelet in here and the short one on the other side. And then I'm going to slide under my crocodile. I'm really bad at crocodiles. Give it a squash. There we go. Oh, I didn't do too badly. And there we go, with a little eyelet on top, and it's all ready to make into a dangle. Or I could just put a brad through here and attach it to the top of my page. There's all sorts of things that I could do with these. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing, having a little play around with these little word tags. This is just one idea of what you could do with them, and you could certainly do all sorts of things. You know, you could cut out the word tags straight out of some scrapbook paper or something like that, and you certainly don't need to put the ultra thick on them. I just like that sound, this sound. So anyway, thanks for sticking around while I made some little word tags. I hope that you liked them, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little while today. Bye for now. Bye.